Hey guys, it's Paul Jang. We're going to be going over investing in the stock market as a passive income stream. This comes from an article with Shopify. And basically, the upfront time investment is three. Your upfront financial investment is 3 out of 5. Passive income is 3 out of 5. It says that there's a steep learning curve, but it's a great way to build lasting wealth. So eh, so when it talks about a steep learning curve, I think there's um, th- I think there's two types of people that invest in the stock market. There's a more passive, totally passive approach, which is the way that I'm gonna talk about it, with buying the whole market. And I think there's the more active kind of investing where you're buying and selling. You're doing, um, I think there's a variety of just straight trading, and that's not very passive at all. And then because you're looking at it, day by day, and then there's the kind of looking at the market and making bigger purchases. So I think I think I'm gonna talk about it just purely on the passive side. So here's how I talked about it. So with the stock market, what I'm really talking about is index funds. So there's a couple different ones. I think the most popular one is Vanguard index funds, and there's variations like ETFs. If you go, basically what it is it buys you buy basically every single stock within you know a range. You can buy the whole market. You can buy the top 100 companies. It basically, you know, it basically downsizes your risk. And the way it works is basically since they're buying the whole market, there's less to manage. So you're not doing mutual funds. I know there are people that are very into mutual funds, and you're having some kind of manager because it gives you a higher interest rate. But I just think buying the index is better. So I'm gonna go with that. Whichever you decide, I think there is money potential. You're basically investing into a fund, and over time there's a compounding effect. And so I'll see videos where, yeah, if you invest $2,000 every year, um, starting from when you're 18 to 30, you'll be like a millionaire by the time you're 60. I think the hard part here, and there's like videos that basically say like you can do this. Um, so your speed, if you're gonna do that, your speed to actually get any kind of money would be kind of like nil. If you're saying I'm only putting 2,000 every year until I'm 60, and then I could touch it, and then I'd be a millionaire. I think that's um, for most people, there's going to be expenses that come up, and I think the temptation is too real to be like, gonna pull out my funds or this or that. This kind of approach is pretty illiquid. It's the most illiquid thing you can do if you go with that strategy. But your time investment is basically nil. Like it's a 10. So so I think if you're getting a lot of different income from multiple places, I think it's a good way to go. Um, but I'm a real estate guy. I'm surprised how high this is actually though. Your money investment um, is a 2 out of 10, meaning it's difficult to get going. And how difficult is the work? Uh, this is a 10. Is it scalable? 10. Is it competitive? I give it a 3. Kind of in the sense that stock markets crash, right? And there's a lot of people in the game. Location specific, it's a 10 out of 10. It's great because you can do it anywhere. So let me put here it's competitive 5 because an index fund you're just buying everyone. So like this is comparable, I think, to land investing. It's got significant strengths in terms of mobility, portability. I just think the time it takes to have this compounding result, it's pretty, they take a long time. And if you're doing trading, you're increasing your risk and your money investment is pretty significant. Like in my opinion, um, unless you're kind of doing like a couple hundred every month and you're just letting it sit and you're doing that for decades. Um, I don't know. So this is how we came up with our investing in the stock market. Check out Vanguard for index funds. there's a lot of variety, but I'm kind of thinking index funds are just the way to go. Keep it simple. If you want to look into trading and stuff, um, you know, uh, like that's kind of like beyond my scope and like what I'm familiar with. I'm like a real estate guy, but like I had an uncle who got into stock trading, and basically his point was, oh, you can make money in it, but for you to scale, you need to upfront, a lot of money. Like if you put in $1,000 and it increases by 20%, you're talking about $200, and that's not life changing money, right? But if you put 10,000 and it increased by 20%, you're talking about $2,000 of profit. But you're gonna have to keep that $10,000 in play for you to make that money, and that's assuming that you don't get any downfalls. So I think the risk proposition, I think I need a new criteria. Now seeing the investing in the stock market, what is your risk factor in terms of getting your money back? And I think when we put that, I think land investing goes higher, stock market goes lower, because I think there's a lot more variability with the stock market. But some of the wealthiest people are stock marketers, and I think it's because of that scaling compounding effect. um, Once you have a large enough pool of funds, you could, if you have $1 million and you get 4% back, you can keep your fund there, and you can live off of your dividends, or um, the increase in terms of appreciation that you might get from your your stock. So I think there's something here with stock markets, but I'm a real estate guy. I'm going to stick with real estate. So if you're interested in that, though, look at some of the stuff on YouTube and try getting some of it. If you're just totally passive, I just Vanguard seems to be what most people recommend. If you're interested in businesses, income streams, passive income, I am going through a list. This is number 11, and I have a criteria set up. I'm kind of thinking I need to put one about risk, but it's kind of a working document that I'm putting together for myself to see what's out there to broaden my scope. I'm always interested in different income streams, uh, and that will be in the description below that spreadsheet. If you're interested in land investing, that's also going to be the description below. It is how my wife and I were able to quit our jobs. I think it's really good. um, it's really good for people that have a job or want to diversify. I think it's uh, really good. So that's it. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.